Hello, hello. So I'm talking to the people who are watching it back right now because there's no one that's joined us yet, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we are back from our social media break. Obviously, you probably have seen our videos go live, but we are back and we slightly rejuvenated. Still need a little bit more rejuvenation, but hoping we can get that once lockdown is over. For those of you who have joined us, we are back from our social media break and I'm excited. I'm excited because these are like the live streams are probably my favorite time of the week because I get to talk to you guys real time. So, whoever's here, let me know in the little chat and introduce yourself, where you're from. Yeah, ask any questions that you have. But yeah, I guess I'll just go on and talk about our break. We definitely needed it, and I encourage you guys to take breaks from things if they are getting too much. Not that it's too much, it's just that it was another thing, another plate to spin kind of thing. So, yeah, hopefully, I did say 11 o'clock, so we still have a couple minutes till then, but hopefully we have a few people join us and we can have some good chats. That I was just saying, like, the live stream is probably my favorite part of the week because it's not just me talking to no one. Like, I know when I film my videos I'm talking to you guys, but it's not real time, and like you don't get to respond until like later on. And I often upload videos that are like filmed probably a week or two beforehand. So, hi Heidi. Moha, is that how you pronounce it? Moha? That's a beautiful name. How are you? Let me know where you're from. I actually found out last night because I was posting on my Instagram stories about schooling and like whose child goes to like public school, private school, whose child goes to a mainstream school or a special needs school. And it was interesting to find out that so many people homeschool their kids, like so many people homeschool their autistic kids because there isn't substantial support for them in public schooling, which is blows my mind. Hi Sophie, how are you? Where are you from? We are living in Japan. That is interesting. Are you not from Japan, just living there? Jordan and I have always said Japan's the next place we want to go when the international borders open for us. We're still in lockdown, but next Monday, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days we're out of lockdown and we can do things again. We always said that Japan is the place that we want to go to next. Jordan's really into like all the anime and all that stuff, so he's really interested in that. Moha, just 8-month-old baby. Oh, so cute. I love babies. I definitely have baby fever at the moment, but it's not happening. I'm from Australia. Oh, nice to know. Fellow Australian. We are living in Japan, Nagoya. So, fun fact is that when I was in high school, my parents had hosted some Japanese exchange students, and beautiful people. Like, I just, the language barrier was a bit of a struggle, but they taught me things and I taught them things, and always interesting. Yes, end of lockdown. I cannot wait, Whitney. I cannot wait. It's been a while. And I'm keen. After lockdown's over, we can't go to Sydney until like we're at the 80% vax mark. So that's probably going to be another 2 weeks after lockdown ends. So we can't exactly see our family, but we can do things. Like Jazz really wants to go to the zoo. Like she's been talking about it for such a long time that we keep feeling so bad that it's closed. We keep saying, oh, it's closed, we can't go today, and she just wakes up and she goes, we're gonna go see the animals and we're gonna go to the zoo. And it's so sad because like, okay, we have a field that's slightly close to us that has cows, so we often take her there to see them, but I would love for her to see all the other different animals. The zoo that we go to is actually quite large, and although I do have like contradicting views on like small zoos and keeping animals, I do know that there is better ways to do it. I don't know if that's caused some controversy, but what do you guys think of zoos? Is Japan in lockdown? I'd love to know, like, wherever you guys are from. From what I hear, we're pretty much the only ones. I can't even remember. I don't watch the news much anymore. Too depressing. So what I might do is, if you guys don't have any questions for me or anything that you'd like to discuss, I wanted to quickly come on and answer some questions. So if I just go back to my Instagram, people have left questions there, so I can answer them here. I'm just looking at like what, when we were talking about schooling yesterday, and someone said in Sweden we are not allowed to homeschool our children. That is so interesting. I wonder why and how people feel about that. Our local preschool let my nephew that has autism escape from the building. Thankfully, he was found safe. I would be mad. Especially like a preschool, you know, there's usually gates and things, and I understand how things happen, but if you have an autistic child there, you should be supervising them. Oh, hello, Some Matters. What's your real name? I'm good. I'm very tired. We have had some rough nights recently. Last night was particularly rough because Jacob was so wound up when he woke up that he woke up the whole house. So Jazz was up, Jordan was up, Jacob was quite hyper and even got like some scratches. I don't know if you guys can see here. I don't know why he targets my face, but he does. You have a question, please ask any question. I am here to answer. Trying to find these questions. Here we go. All right. Is Jacob wearing clothes now? Yes. So we did go through a really rough period where it's not rough, like he just was nude, and we were in lockdown, I think, or maybe not. But he has always struggled with sensory challenges regarding clothes, and actually he went to visit his school for next year on the other day, and he tried on the school uniform. Completely like shocked me because I was like I was expecting like to, because that's why we got it now. We got the uniform now because although he goes to school next year, we can just sort of get him used to wearing the uniform like his therapist recommended. to just have it as part of his routine. So like a couple times a week he can put it on, and just put it on as if you're putting normal clothes on him, so he doesn't think it's any different, and don't like make a big deal out of it. Don't be like, oh, we're going to put your school uniform on and things like that. So yeah, and he put it straight on. He did fidget with the buttons a little bit, but other than that, he just like blew me away. Okay. But yes, he does wear clothes now. He only wears really like shirts and shorts, or like plain things. Like he doesn't really like anything like buttons or any like weird textures on his clothes. Otherwise he just fidgets with them and then eventually gets so frustrated that he has to take them off. Do you find that when Jacob has a unicorn sleep that he wakes up and starts hitting new milestones? 100% yes. So in our last video that I just posted yesterday, I posted a video. We were coming back from our break and he had just had a 12.5 hour sleep. I'm just gonna leave that there because he slept for 12.5 hours straight, which was unheard of. But he has what I call unicorn sleeps. This is what someone's talking about. I call them unicorn sleeps because they're like magical and they're very rare kind of thing. So maybe once every 2 weeks he'll have a unicorn sleep to sort of catch himself up from all of the bad sleep he's having. And usually people are saying to me like, you must feel so much better after that sleep. And no, I do not feel better after a full night of sleep. Like it doesn't catch me up for the 14 days beforehand that he didn't sleep well. So but he does tend to wake up and his focus is, and he's more concentrating on tasks. And actually I said in the last video that he had started to say some sounds like and sound out some words. So he had the 12.5 hours sleep, and then the day, like when he woke up, he said in the video, he said hi. I said Jacob, say hi. And he said hi, and I was like but then he also said he was going to the fridge for something, and then I said no, and he said no. And then what else did he say? I said ready, set, and he said go. So like he's not saying the proper words, but he's definitely saying a word. He hasn't said them since that unicorn sleep. So maybe if like he gets his sleep in check, maybe he'd start talking a little bit more. But yeah, definitely do see lots of development when he does sleep. And obviously that just coincides with your brain needs sleep to develop kind of thing. So I love that unicorn sleep. Yeah. I don't know why I came up with that, but yeah, that's what I call it. Jacob in a uniform, cute. Yeah, it definitely brought emotions to me. Like I didn't expect it to, and then once he was wearing it, I was like, you look so big. You look like you're a boy now, not a little my little baby. I know he's a boy, but it's weird seeing your firstborn like put on a school uniform. Like I think it's emotional for any parent really, but he was so like smiley, and I did get a photo of it, but obviously I can't share his school uniform, but he looks so happy in it. Hi Ryan, welcome back. Well, we've been away for 2.5 weeks, so we've missed 2 lives, probably even 3, but we're back on track, and we're going to be doing 1 a week. I'm going to switch between Thursday and Fridays as well, because a lot of people say that Thursdays they can't get there, and so we'll try different timings and see how that goes. I've also been thinking about starting off my podcast that I always said I wanted to do. but never got done. It's just another thing that I don't want to add too much to my list at the moment, but it's something that makes me excited. So it would be kind of like a hobby for me. So what do you guys think about that? Maybe I'll answer another question over here. How do you work with new food? So with Jacob, he's kind of set on the foods that he likes, and more often than not, he eats things that are sort of tomato-y based, like the red sauce, like Italian sauce. Usually, if we do expose him to different and new foods, but we put them on his plate and he doesn't ever touch them. If I'm exposing him to new vegetables, I usually like just blend it up into like his pasta sauce. He did surprise us the other week and ate some lasagna that Jordan's auntie made, which he hasn't eaten lasagna in a long time. So I'm keen to try and make that myself. He does eat his nonna's spinach, which like blows my mind. So every time we go there, we ask her to make it for him, because that's kind of the only vegetables that he will eat, like physically seeing a vegetable and then eating it. Unless we're hiding it. But she makes it. I don't know how she makes it. I need her to teach me. But I thought I had it down packed, but he didn't eat it when I made it. So looks like he's only going to get his greens when he goes there. Love the podcast idea. Don't need a set schedule, just whenever you have time. I like that too. I don't want to put too much stress on it. So, like, I wanted the first podcast to be with Jordan as kind of like a trial kind of thing. And then I have a few people that are interested to be guests on my podcast. So that could be really exciting. Just discussing different things. And yeah, I like that. No pressure. Just like whenever I want to post it, I'll post it. I like that very much. But yeah, as I was saying, it's very hard for Jacob to try new food. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, because I think we've exposed him to everything millions of times and he won't eat it. I would like to please know if kids with autism as known, they have digesting system problems. My question, do they have diarrhea more or stomach hold more? So I have heard a lot of people saying that there is a link between like GI issues and behavior. I don't know like what it has to do with autism, but a lot of people saying changing diet and all of that has improved challenging behaviors and things like that. And I have heard that it's common for kids with autism to have GI issues and like diarrhea and things like that. I don't know why that's a weird word to say, but so yeah, I do think there is a link, although I'm not a scientist, so I don't want to say there is a link, but there's a lot of studies that you can read about those things. And I was actually looking into it the other day, but I don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Do you guys have any information about that? My son has diarrhea all the time, doing allergy testing now. That's interesting. We actually have a pediatrician appointment booked next week, which I'm interested in doing a few more tests. Just because like Jacob is nonverbal, so he can't tell me if he's got a stomach ache or, you know, something's bothering him. And it would be good to just do a little bit of a workup on him to see, I don't know, maybe he does have an allergy or an intolerance to something. All this month is Down Syndrome Awareness Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. I should post about that because I don't think I've seen much about that, so I should do some posting. I have seen people giving up, is it giving up junk food for breast cancer month? I'm not sure. What do I think next week is National Carers Week. I got an email and from Carers Gateway, who are like Carers New South Wales. No, Carer Gateway is the whole of Australia, but they are organising a few things for Carers Week, which I think is super cool. And I believe most of the events this year are going to be virtual, obviously because of the situation that's going on. But I lost my train of thought. Carers Week. What should we do for Carers Week next week? I feel like I should celebrate it a lot because that's what my page is about. Guys, Ryan, you've given me an idea. I know it wasn't exactly what you said, but you've led me to an idea that I need to write down. So thank you, Ryan. Carers Week. Sorry, writing things down. My phone is full of to-do lists, like not to-do lists, just like lists on my notes. Whenever I have a thought, I have to write it down, otherwise I forget it. And definitely should be using my calendar a bit more because this morning I forgot about something that was on and my brain just not working very well. What have you guys gotten up to this week? Maybe I should answer another question. Might lead the conversation on. Ooh, good presents for a 2-year-old with autism who loves collecting things and sensory. What do you guys think that would be? It's so hard to like predict. It's just like a general present for an autistic child because they have such different interests. But she did say that he is a sensory seeker. Sorry, and he loves collecting things. Jacob's like favorite thing at the moment is beads in a container. Like he'll play with them all day and he loves to collect things in containers. So probably my suggestion would be beads in a container, but I also think that the sensory swing Jacob got is also the best thing we've ever done, and would be a great present. That was from Sensory Street, I believe. So yeah. Do you think having a second child added any anxiety for Jacob? Whew, that is a big question. I don't want to scare anyone from having a second child, but it definitely did give him anxiety, and I think it gives every child. Oh, I don't know. That's hard for me to say. I think it did, and it still does. But I think as Jazz gets older and Jacob learns ways to regulate himself, like we're trying to teach him to wear noise cancelling headphones because Jazz can be quite loud sometimes, and that's what sort of triggers him and sets him off. So as Jazz gets older, she will learn ways that she can support Jacob, but also Jacob will learn how he can regulate himself in order to be around Jazz. So yeah, all this month people have been wearing pink shirts and socks. Hopefully tomorrow night we will have a high school football varsity game at home. That's cool. That's awesome. Spread the awareness. I'm guessing that was for the breast cancer awareness month. Okay. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I might head off now. I am going to be filming a video today and obviously just taking a few moments to breathe a little bit. But I hope you guys had a good week, and we're actually filming something quite exciting this weekend. So in the lead up to Halloween, but that's all I'll give away. Thank you guys so much for joining this week. Hopefully next week I'll be able to let you know when the live stream will be in advance, so I'll post that way before so that you guys have a chance to come. But thank you so much, and I will see you then. Working on the headphones too. Our daughter is learning to talk and it's driving him nuts. Yeah, I just think Jacob's sensitive to sound, and the headphones would just be such a game changer for him if he's learning to wear them in therapy, so he's wearing them for I think 5 to 10 seconds, but once he learns to wear them and that they will help him. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, definitely think they would be good for him. Hello, hope you guys are good. I'm from Sweden. I have one question. Does your son scream when he is happy? My son always screams. Yes.
A lot.
Very much so. Sweden, you'll be able to let us know, Linda. In Sweden, are you allowed to homeschool? Someone said that in our Instagram. I don't know, actually, was it you? Could have been you. Someone said that they're not allowed to homeschool in Sweden.
I'm so tired.
Last night was really rough.
It's probably one of the worst nights ever.
I don't think so, but
well,
it was. Like, and it was bad because it woke up the whole house. That was why it was bad.
Well, yeah, I had a nap in the afternoon for an hour, so I couldn't fall asleep till about 11, and then Jacob was up from 1 a.m. till I had to go to work. 12:30, yeah. Whatever. And then
I got some scratches on my eye too. And
then Jazz was like very unsettled because Jacob kept screaming.
And that kind of answers your question. Yes, he screams all the time.
Out of happiness, I guess. But like he
was hyped. He was in that hyped state, when he's like...
Yeah, but like he had a smile. He wasn't crying.
No, but he's not happy.
No.
He's dysregulated.
Yeah.
He does smile when he's dysregulated, and you can tell the difference because he kind of gets this look in his eye.
I was about to say the same thing. He gets that look. It's like the look you're like, uh-oh. You're like, he's,
So Ryan says, hello, crazy man on the live screen. This is Jordan, if anyone doesn't know. Just a random person walked in. I just realised you haven't been in a live for a while, so people might not know who you are. I just assume. I always assume that people know, but this is Jordan. This is my husband.
I'm so tired.
You should have a sleep.
I saw the energy drinks in the fridge, and I was like, nah.
Are you gonna sleep?
I don't think it's a choice. I think my body's breaking down. Like in the past 24 hours, having like a couple hours sleep, it's not. Oh, man, it's tough.
Yeah, we're gonna go now. So thank you so much for watching, tuning in.
Hello, all you lovely people. I kind of didn't. Did I say hello? I'm very disoriented.
You just said I'm tired. Hello, Jordan, my friend. Oh, that's sweet.
Ryan the gamer. No, his name seems familiar. Like I've seen it in a stream before. Because I remember going game. It could be someone else.
Maybe he's calling you crazy man because you're crazy.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
He's seen you before in a live stream.
Well, just the fact that I saw the gamer seems very familiar.
Ryan, let us know your Discord. Is that a common thing?
A Discord thing?
For all gamers to have a Discord?
Not all, but it's becoming more and more common now that it's being bought by Microsoft.
Okay.
So,
But you think it's something like symptoms for autism? Yes, the screaming is definitely a stim. If you want to know what a stim is, go watch my video on stimming. Jacob does scream, and it's a stim. They like to do it. It feels good when they do it, so they keep doing it.
yeah.
And it's not necessarily that they're upset. Okay, I will see you all next week. Hopefully you can tune in. Is this a good time for everyone? Let us know down in the comments and like the video. We will see you